Hey guys, Adam and Mojo from Nutjob here. We are currently hanging out in the Sleeve Bloom Mountains somewhere in the Midlands of Ireland. Before we get stuck in, I just want to tell you about where we're going at the end of this week. We are heading to Campfest down in Kerry, which is going to be one of the final VW get-togethers in Ireland. I reckon we'd be foolish to miss it. I am actually kind of halfway there. I've been making my way from Dublin down to Kerry. But in this video, I wanted to show you guys Mojo. I wanted to do a van tour. I want to show you everything in the outside, in the inside, and how I'm doing when it comes to actually living the van life, you know? Shall we? So some of you lot have been watching for a while and know a lot about Mojo, because you will have seen the renovation vids. Of course, if you haven't seen those, you can go ahead and watch them. There's like 8 of them or something. But right here, right now, I'm going to show you a little bit of everything that the boys, I have to say, Jazz, John, Kev, Ben, had set up with this awesome van. First off, bike rack, pretty sweet. It's actually custom. We cut a couple of things out of it, welded some things on, and then stuck a bike on the back. Right here, we got a fuel can cage for spare fuel, just in case. And here, the surfboard rack. I can't really surf. It's more just for the look. Trying to fit the cliche better, you know. I got the long hair, got the surfboard. Just need a couple of beads around my neck, you know. Mojo is fitted out with these bad boy 15-inch Maxxis worm drives, which I have to say, coming up here has been very, very useful. They have been amazing so far. Pretty loud on the roads, but the whole van's pretty loud anyway. The cab's not especially well insulated. Plus, as long as you got your music up loud enough, you don't even notice it. You've got your big bar on the outside, adding to that overland feel. Ooh, that overland feel. Spare wheel on the front, just in case. Oh, we got the Angel Eye Halo headlights, which I have to say, people have been asking, are they worth getting? What are they like? I have to say great. I have to say amazing. In comparison to the bulbs you get with the original lights, it is like night and day difference. It's so useful for driving in the dark. I would recommend them to anyone. They're like 50 quid-ish. But yeah, you can find them on eBay. One thing you can't miss is the sweet vintage-looking graphics that we stuck on here. Got the Nutjob logo, of course. But I think the colours and the lines really make for this kind of original vintage look. Oh, you got some around the back there too. Yeah, fortunately enough, we have the ability to print pretty big stuff. Those printers back at the workshop. Yeah, including things like that, and all the stickers and stuff. Obviously, we are into our stickers here at Nutjob. See, told you. We got tinted windows as well for a little bit extra privacy, and they work amazingly well. They are spot on. Apart from this one, which was like originally in this weird purple, and you can see here the Lucozade. I got to say, Ben, mate, I never drank Lucozade before starting a Nutjob, and I've got a blooming 900 milliliter bottle here. Thanks. Under here, we have the underslung water tank. And that is connected up to the tap, which is inside, which I'll show you soon enough. And of course, if you look closely, we have solar. 130 watts, and that's hooked up directly to whatever it's hooked up to. I have no idea. Jazzy, you are the man. You are the electronics man. He would know. But that goes through and charges the leisure battery. And actually, it's been working really, really well so far, even though I wasn't expecting this much sun. I just remember the engine. So in here, we have this nice 2-litre Type 4 Boxer flat 4 engine. It is very similar to the original Beetle engine that you may know, except very different. We got the leisure battery, we got a fire extinguisher, auto one, which if this gets too hot, it will just go doof, and hopefully extinguish the flames. Battery there. And yeah, that's about it for the engine. I have had some interesting stuff going on with this carb over here, but we'll get to that in a bit. Anyway, that'll pretty much do it for the outside of the van. Let's get inside and see what's going on. Oh, I need to tidy up. Nah, okay, let me tell you this. This is a hashtag Vanlife thing that I disagree with. Nobody's vans are that tidy. You see those things on Instagram, you know, you got the hottie in a bikini. She's like, oh, come with me. Welcome to my van. It's so beautiful and tidy. It's not. It's not. It's such a small space. Stuff just gets everywhere. So yeah, don't believe the lies. Okay, you got me. I tidied up. So, as you can see, we have a 1980s Westphalia Club Joker interior squeezed into this bay. It didn't fit. I got to say, thank you, Jono, for putting that work in, because we had to take off about 100 mil
from differing parts of it to actually squeeze. Even here, look, you can see there's we cut that out over there to actually fit it in to the bay. So right here is a rock and roll bed. This will go ka-jung and flip out to about here, where it becomes a bed. So of course, under the rock and roll bed, you have, oh god, it's so difficult. Okay, got it. A bunch of storage, really. I stuff a load of things down here. I have a safe down here, which is very, very useful. It's where I keep all of my important stuff when I leave. But pots and pans and just general storage goes under here. The diesel heated tank. We've got some water bottles and things. A jack, very important for if you need to change a tyre. Some spare engine oil. Just in there is the inverter, and under there is the diesel heater hiding in the back. Which, I have to say, has been really, really good. It's been really good so far. I haven't used it that much, but when I turn it on, it literally becomes a blazing inferno in here within 10 minutes. So, pretty sweet. This very handily goes... Oh, no, there's a way of doing this. There is definitely a way of doing this. Oh, there you go. That comes out to there. To create a lovely little workspace or somewhere to eat your dinner. So, I did have these cushions here. Over there, this is where they live. They live down there in that box. But I found that one, it fits really nicely on the buddy box. And two, being in the way of that is just a pain. So having it accessible is super, super useful. So yeah, as part of the living room, we got this lovely little buddy seat that is made by the wonderful and talented Kevin, Mr. Kev. So what happens is you remove the cushions that were not there in the first place anyway. You look a little under here and ta-da! You have a Fet porta potty. So once you actually fill this chemical toilet up with water and the chemicals, it is unbelievably heavy. Heaven knows how heavy it's going to be after I've used it. Just something to be aware of. Oh, and top tip, top Vanlife tip. If you are of the male persuasion, like myself, just go find somewhere outside to wee. Or just sit down, because sometimes, no matter how careful you are, you might just end up splashing your curtains. And nobody wants that. So the kitchen unit, the all-important kitchen unit, if I used it very often, which I don't. Not cooking enough. We have a cutlery drawer, which could use another like 20 mil either way. It's not very big. You can't fit anything large in it. Under here, we have the classic 2-hob burner. And, well, that's a kettle. Tap and sink. So that comes from down underneath that I showed you earlier, which is pretty sweet. So it's got a nice patina on it. It's rusty and flaking, and it's beautiful, and I love the Westphalia logo here. We've got gas as the filler for the water tank, which is inside. So fridge, nice. I haven't actually had the chance to do a proper fridge review because I haven't had enough beers, but I do have some left over. Let me know how you guys think this particular fridge will fare against the others. We got the Cali, we got the Ariba Puck as well. Do you think this one's going to be more or less than those? When it comes to refrigeration, I don't really turn this on. It all stays pretty cold anyway. I get like non-dairy milk because it doesn't need to be chilled and it lasts forever, and sort of stuff that if I'm going to get something that's perishable, I will, you know, get it and eat that within a short amount of time. Around here we have the Slaughterhouse Customs fridge vent, and I have to tell you, this has been super useful. It has come in really, really handy, and I use it to charge all kinds of new batteries and things like that. Anything that's on a USB gets plugged into there. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really been cooking very much in here as well. You can see the other food. These I've had since I set off. Wow. I've got all the important stuff: oil, salt and pepper that I haven't opened, an empty jar of Nutella, burger sauce and whatnot. Oh, I think I may be sunk to a low point when I just kind of had a burger sauce sandwich. It wasn't as bad as you think. I mean, nutritionally terrible, but yeah. Anyway, if you guys want the recipe, I can put it in the description, you know. Storage. Don't question it. Yeah, and the passenger seat has also become storage as well. So yeah, basically the entire van is storage. There is just space everywhere. In the same vein as storage, I don't think I could do this in a tin top. Well, pop top maybe, but the fact with this high top, you just have so much space. Look at what I got in here. Clothing. There's this clothing. All the way back there is clothing and other sort of bits and bobs. I'm not going to get into it because it's really not interesting. And of course in here, like, I got a spare sleeping bag as well, just in case they need a wash, or I don't know, I myself. I got a wood burner here with a big gold chimney from Ben. Thank you so much. I got camping stuff in there. I got a helmet. I got all my filming stuff and camping chairs and things like that. I couldn't do without this space. It wouldn't be possible. I couldn't do it. Where would all that stuff go? It just doesn't make any sense. So high top for the win. And let's check out the boudoir. Is that right? Boudoir? Is that bedroom? I don't know. Bedroom. Well, the whole van is the same room, so. Here we go. The rock and roll bed in action. One-handed. It's not easy. Oh yeah, because we chopped some bits off of this and this is still the same size, this kind of gets jammed a lot. It makes it kind of difficult. But no, give me a second. Oh, there we go. Success. See, I do have a guitar as well, but that's pretty much like the surfboard. Just helps with the cliche. This is fucking ridiculous. So yeah, this is where the magic happens. Is this your card? So this is a 3/4 size rock and roll bed. It is absolutely reasonable length, except my feet stick out the bottom quite substantially. Potentially the most annoying thing about living in this van for me currently is this duvet. The duvet and duvet cover do not stay together. They might be different sizes, I don't know. The duvet cover just like wraps around you and consumes you like you're in a tar pit or like a spider web. And it's awful. I hate it. It's really annoying. But to be honest, that's like the worst thing. That's like the worst thing I've found so far. Oh, there are some bits back here that there are holes in the. You can see them, little holes. I would probably be smart to like duct tape them up or something. When it comes to like sleeping in the van, I have slept really well some nights. Other nights I don't sleep so great. In towns and cities, I found it's fine if it's quiet. When I was in Dublin, I was on a pretty quiet road, but I had a couple of people walk past that were definitely drunk on the weekend, and that was loud, but that's fine. You know, no one's disturbed me at all yet, which is good because that would scare the absolute bejesus out of me. One of the worst night's sleep that I had was actually the first night when I was in Shropshire, partially because it was the first night, but also I think because the wind was absolutely howling through, and there was a bunch of sheep around, and it was dark as I pulled up in the dark, and then there was this noise that I've definitely got some video of it, so I'll play it. So annoying. So that keeps you awake. But all that said, I found that this camper being where I come back to at night is comfortable and it is safe enough, and I sleep pretty well. Even the mattressy, the cushiony stuff I have found to be quite firm and pleasant to sleep on, so I can't really complain. But I just mentioned about security, so I will say a couple of things about that. So, not only do I have a Nutjob themed baseball bat, I have here, this is what I use to basically lock up the doors. You hook one end over here on one handle and the other onto there. I'm not going to do it because you need two hands. And then basically, if anyone tries to open that door, it's not going to go any further than about this much. There's no one getting in there. Even if your doors are locked, even if you know, someone's got to smash one of them and climb in through, that would be a nightmare. But really, you know, this door is completely accessible and anyone could get to me. I'll tell you what, the curtains have been pretty good. They are completely light proof, or whatever you call it, blackout curtains. They are ever so slightly not big enough, but it hasn't really been an issue as of yet. I still yet to put in most of the lower rail, so they're on this stuff here, on the lower rail, so along the bottom, so it just dangles down, which is actually really annoying. I've ended up using these hooks as just something to hang things on, to keep shirts slightly less creased than they would be if I was folding up and shoving them in there. I also use it to hang stuff up to dry, but generally the van is just damp. Anything in it has this cold sort of damp feel, especially in the morning. So yeah, and it takes forever for a towel to dry, I swear to God. Not that I have showers very often, so it works quite well. It's like I have a shower, use the towel, hang it up to dry, and it takes about 4 days for that to happen, and I can go have another shower again. Finding showers has been interesting so far. In the first couple of weeks, I was lucky enough to see a bunch of people I knew, and they took me in and gave me showers. I just had my first one in a service station, which was nice, which was good. It's not a total nightmare. In Dublin, I actually wandered into a gym and said, "Oh, do you guys mind if I have a shower in here?" And they were like, "Oh no, go for it, mate," which was really cool. Really cool. So I think just asked a question and people were usually pretty happy to let you get on with it. You remember a couple of vids back before coming to Ireland at all, we were talking about, potential loneliness and stuff like that. I haven't really felt that lonely. I've been lucky enough to meet a bunch of awesome people along the way. But even when, like today, I've spent all day up on this mountain on my own, and I've been pretty happy about it. Although I'm kind of ready to come down now, I'm not gonna lie. But I've got the boys to keep me company. Of course, they sit just there. But if you wanted to, I think you'd be happy enough with the 2 people in this van. You could live 2 people in this van. There is probably just about enough room for that. It would be a squeeze. I am, happy here on my own, with space-wise. Thing is, you don't spend too much time in the van, especially like when I was in Dublin. Wasn't spending a lot of time in the van. I think the term is, I don't live in a van, I live out of a van, is what people say. And I think that rings true, is you spend more time out of the van than you do in the van. You come back in here to cook and to sleep and drive. If you have enough room for 2 people to do that works. I don't think you would want more than 2 people though. I don't think a family would have a good time. I don't know, that's probably a lie. Well, just for me personally, I wouldn't want to be in a van with 3 other people. It'd be a nightmare. I don't know. Well, see, this is the thing. There's enough room to seat them. If there was the sleeping thing that you could put across here, you could put your kids in the front or whatever. Cooking, driving, sleeping. It covers all the bases that I've just suggested. So, yeah, maybe that would work fine. But, I mean, if you're on a big, long trip, I don't know. You guys do you. Right. Let's get there. Let's get you up there where you belong. Guys, that has been this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a lot of me talking. I apologize. But if you found it interesting, give it a like. If you found out anything new, give it a subscribe. If you think it was cool, do what you like. It's been good. I'm about to take my leave from Slave Blue Mountains, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.